Have you ever walked into your child's room when they were supposed to be studying, but instead you find them watching YouTube? Well, these days, they might actually be studying.
There's more than 850,000 educational videos on YouTube alone. And tonight, Matt Austin introduces us to a local teacher who's using the site to flip his classroom on its head.
YouTube.
You guys love YouTube, don't you?
You can find just about anything on the video sharing site.
Whenever I don't understand a lesson, I'll just Google it and see what comes up, or I'll go on YouTube.
So an equilateral triangle is a special case of isosceles triangle.
You have 10 fingers in your hands, it blocks you, it protects you, it's the Bill of Rights, 10 Amendments.
That's why when after nearly 30 years of teaching, Ascension Catholic School's Dennis Amico heard about using YouTube videos in what's called a flipped classroom. He was all ears.
And I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. I like that. I need to do something different to connect with my students.
So how does a flipped classroom work? You remember what math class used to look like. Long lectures, difficult homework. But when it's flipped, the lectures are videos you watch at home, and class time is used to do all the work. Allowed to do homework in class? Amico says that's the whole point. In the past,
I would get 40% of kids say, I didn't know how to do it.
But videos let kids work at their own pace.
I can rewind it. If I don't understand something, then I'll watch step by step exactly how they did it, so I can understand what step I'm getting confused on.
And during class time, Amico says the kids work together to understand the concepts.
So not only were we getting the skill of how, okay, solve for X, then we put it into a word problem. We had to do problem solving. Then we did some kind of an application or some kind of a project.
Applying math concepts. That's all a part of the Common Core standards being phased in right now. Florida is one of 45 states adopting the new plan. The goal is to get kids ready for the workforce or college after graduation.
Amico says it can be difficult to balance adding in new standards with regular coursework, but the flip method has made that much easier.
This past year, we finished everything we were supposed to cover, had a week and a half to study for the end of course exam, and in that whole thing, we took 7 class periods out and did a project where we built like a roller coaster.
Parents also like this flip idea.
Absolutely. Even me, when I have to learn something, they still don't get it, and I'll watch it and I'll go, oh, okay, I remember now. So then I can help them.
Amico says he's not only teaching his own kids, turns out he's helping educate kids around the globe.
All this stuff's coming in, I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, I never dreamed that this would, other people would be watching this kind of stuff.
Now, Amico isn't the only teacher using the flipped method. I reached out to all the counties in our area, and they say although this technique is relatively new, most of them have at least one teacher using the flipped classroom.
Pretty cool. We put all of the information on the flip method, plus some great YouTube resources for your kids on clickorlando.com. Look under the top stories section on the home.